Hi, I'm your teacher, Mrs. King, for jewelry class, and I'm going to be walking you through what is in your supply kits that you'll pick up from C-Home. So you're going to have a Ziploc bag that looks kind of like this, and it has a lot of different supplies in it, so I'll show you what each of those things are. The first thing that you might pull out of your bag is some jewelry pliers. There are a few different colors. Yours might be navy, they might be teal or pink. And then you're going to have some wire clippers. So anytime we're doing wire working, these are your two main tools. These are also the two most important tools not to lose. These ones you're just borrowing from C-Home. You can't keep them. You are going to give them back at the end of the semester for other students to use. Another thing that you'll have in your kit, you're going to have a ruler. This is because sometimes we measure thread or cord, or we're trying to figure out the circumference of our wrist. We have a few tricks for doing that. So you're going to see a ruler, either 12-inch or a 6-inch. The stuff we make is pretty small, so don't feel bad if you have a short ruler. You're going to have a few different decorative papers. The reason we have these is we do a paper jewelry unit where you can do tiny origami. You can make rolled paper beads. We can do paper quilling. We can do weaving. These are just a few papers you can use. You're welcome to use any other paper you have at home as well. This one always gets some questions. There's a little strip of fabric. It's kind of like a fuzzy, soft blanket material. This is just for you to pour your beads onto. The thing about working with beads is they're very tiny and round, and they are likely to roll everywhere. So you put this on your desk, and then you can pour your beads on it, and because it's fuzzy, the beads aren't going to move. So this is like a beading mat. Another thing that you'll find in your kit, you'll find some heavy gauge wire that's nickel silver. This is what we're going to use to make clasps for things like bracelets. You can also make ear wires with this for earrings. You can make head pins. So those are all different types of things called jewelry findings. So that's what we're using this for. So it's kind of important. Don't lose this one. 18 inches of it. There's not a ton. Then we have a thinner gauge copper wire. There's 100 inches of this. This we will use to do some wire wrapped rings. We can do beaded chain links with this. All kinds of stuff. Very useful. Similar to the other wires, we have some brass wire. 100 inches. Same uses. We're going to use it for wire wrapped rings, beaded chain links, that kind of stuff. Now, each of you got a little container, a little bag, or a little tube of seed beads. We're going to be using seed beads to make a beaded bracelet or choker. We will also use them potentially to make a daisy chain bracelet. So there'll be a few different ways you can use these. Most everyone got these primary colors. Another thing in your kit that you might be a little surprised to see, this is a new project. We're going to do a macrame keychain. So you might have gotten yellow or white macrame cord. I thought the yellow was kind of like C-Home. Inside of it, you'll also see there is a key ring. So that way this can be used as a keychain. But I'm open to you making tiny macrame earrings as well. Always really flexible with how you want the project to turn out. You'll also have a bag that has some carefully wrapped beading thread. I think I gave you guys, I can't quite remember. I think maybe 6 feet. I think 6 feet or 8 feet of beading thread. This we're going to use with our seed beads to create seed bead bracelets. You're also going to see 2 long metal posts. These are called head pins. They can be used for jewelry making, like earrings. And they have a little it's almost like a little stopper on the end. That's so a bead doesn't slide off of them. Now, there are ways to make head pins using just plain wire, but I thought I would give you a few pre-made ones as well. You're also going to see a clasp. Everyone got slightly different colors or types of clasp, but a clasp is how you close your bracelets and necklaces. So lots of different clasps. It's hard to say. Lobster claws, barrel clasps, toggle clasps. Everyone got something slightly different. The last thing that's very tiny, it might be hard for you to notice them at first, but you'll got these tiny little beads, either kind of silver or like a copper color. Now those are called crimp beads. We use these on top of a knot in jewelry making. So when we tie a knot, We put a little crimp bead on top and then use our pliers to squish it, and that makes sure that your jewelry projects are never going to come undone. So really handy, very small. Try not to lose those. Whenever you open this one, I would say open it with the beading mat, because if the crimp beads spill out, ooh, girl, there's no way you're ever going to find them, because they're like this big. They're so tiny. All right, what else we got in here? Ooh, it looks like I dropped one thing. Okay, we've got a glue stick. This is to go with our paper jewelry unit. So when we're making paper beads, you'll need some way to glue it. If you have Elmer's glue at home, this works really well too. I didn't include it because it seemed like too much to fit in a kit, but if you have it, you are welcome to use it. And then we have some teeny tiny embroidery floss. You should have gotten 4 colors. Sorry, there was a lot of pink, so I apologize if pink wasn't your favorite color, but it's what we had on hand. These are going to be to make a friendship bracelet. There's lots of patterns you can choose from. I think I gave people, oh, it's like multiple feet. There's multiple feet in each of these. I'd have to look it up. I'll include a picture that says how much. And then, last but not least, you either got a small Ziploc bag or a little tube of what I'm going to call statement beads. So these are going to be used to make earrings, so you should have gotten some matching beads, but then you also have some beads that they might be like one of a kind, and that will be for making a ring. I also tried to include small accent beads. These can be used in combination with your seed beads, so that way we can make like seed bead bracelets that maybe have a few larger beads just for added variety and interest. You'll also see 2 ear wires, so that's like what you would need to make earrings. We're gonna make some from scratch, but I've also included 2 pre-made ones just because I think it's nice to know what's out there. So yeah, friends, that's your jewelry kits explained. Make sure you take good care of them. The pliers and clippers are going to come back to me at the end of the semester, and then any supplies you didn't end up using, if you end up with lots of extra beads, you can return those as well, because another student will always be happy to use them. So I'm really looking forward to meeting you, and I'll see you on Thursday. Thursday is going to be the first day that we meet, but you're probably watching this on a Wednesday. All right, see you later.